Hey, how you doing? Austin here. In this video, we're going to be talking about Dogecoin. I am absolutely going to start doing more cryptocurrency videos on my channel, looking at Ethereum, Bitcoin, other ones like Dogecoin, SafeMoon, SafeMars, you name it. I'm going to start doing a lot of these videos. So if that's of something is of interest to you, definitely stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, drop a like if you get value. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about Dogecoin, and we're going to be talking about specifically a piece of information related to them. We're going to look at their chart real quick, and we're going to look at why the coin surged about 10+% in the last 24 hours. It's from our buddy Elon, as you probably are aware. He tweets a lot about this, as well as Mark Cuban, the owner of the Mavericks, has chimed in as well. So we're going to look at all of that, but we're also going to look at and have a real brief discussion around is Doge gonna crash? What's going to happen with it? Do I think it's going to get to $1 inside of maybe in a couple of months? We're going to cover all that in this video. So if that's of interest to you, hey, stick around. I got some good stuff for you. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and I'd love to have you become part of the community. So please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Let's go take a look at what's going on with Doge. Here we go. So as I mentioned, Dogecoin is actually up 11% from a 24-hour time period. It's up to 30 cents. And if you start wanting really going out extrapolating there, but dramatically going up. It's all basically around some tweets that have been coming out from Elon and from Mark Cuban. We're going to look at that here in a minute, but I really wanted to just show you that overall, again, it's up 11%. And if you look at a 1 month chart, you can see we've got quite a bit of volatility. That's what's going to happen here with guys, with Doge, with some of these cryptos. This is one that I think is really, really cool, and I'm absolutely going to be adding it to my cryptocurrency holdings for sure. I decided what the heck, going to get into it, and I want to talk about that real quickly. So here's the thing: if you're looking at it and you're like, man, I got to get in on this. It's one of those things where my advice to you would be, again, do your own due diligence. It's got to be the right fit for you. But what I would tell you to do is this: it's like if you want to be involved, number one, don't risk money you don't have. Number two, take yourself a small bullish position. Just say, hey, I'm going to buy a certain amount of coin, maybe $500 worth, maybe $100 worth, maybe add $100 here as you go along. And you're just basically buying and holding these coins. And again, you're speculating that they're going to continue to rise. Doge is one that I fully expect it could absolutely get to the $5 range inside of maybe a year or maybe even faster. I mean, this thing's moving. It is moving up. It's actually down just a little bit now to less than 30 cents a coin. But this is one that if you bought $100 worth, that's a lot of Dogecoin relatively, right? And if this thing continues to go up and up and up, I mean, it doesn't have to move a lot to get some pretty significant changes, compared to, say, Bitcoin, things like that, Ethereum. I do own both of those as well. My point to you is, if you're going to do it, don't risk anything you can't afford to lose. And number two, just get a little bit of money in it. Get $100, $500, whatever your barrier or your threshold is. Not barrier, your threshold, that you're comfortable with. But I mean, Dogecoin with a market cap of 38 billion is absolutely, I think it's the 6th largest coin out there now. I think that's the number. Don't shoot me if my stats were wrong, but I think that's approximately what it is. This is a fun one, guys. I mean, this is pretty cool. If you don't know, Dogecoin was meant as a joke when it first started, and it's just completely become a really, really cool thing. Okay. Let's go take a look at really what's going on with the news. So Dogecoin has price surges after tweets from Elon Musk and Mark Cuban. It soared about 20%. I think it's backed off of that just a little bit. We saw from the chart we're at around a little under 10% now, and you can see there's volatility, okay? There is. It moves up, it moves down. You got to be okay with that volatility, all right? Dogecoin's price has soared 20% in the last 24 hours to 32 cents. From Coin Metrics. Okay, yeah, that's from the Coin Metrics. Looking at CoinDesk, it's a little bit less, and on Coin Metrics, it's a little bit more. Okay, Elon Musk and Mark Cuban have both made tweets supporting the meme-inspired cryptocurrency. Wild surges led to warnings from some investors who view it as a speculative bubble. Again, we talked about that. Is it speculative? You bet it is. You need to go into eyes wide open and know that it's a speculative scenario, and you put $500 into it, it may plummet, it may drop. Now, this one's been around for a little bit with a pretty big market cap, and this is one that seems to kind of gotten the attention of celebrities like Elon and Mark, and that helps to keep it in front of what I'm going to call kind of retail buyers, that's like you and I, right? And so, but go into it eyes wide open and don't risk something you can't afford to lose. Just play it as a purely speculative play. View it like you're going to go to Vegas, okay? And you may lose it, you may not. It needs to be money that you're okay losing. It's my advice, okay? That's how I look at it. So Dogecoin prices soared 20% in the last 24 hours, 32 cents, according to data from Coin Metrics. The meme-inspired cryptocurrency hit a record high above 45 cents earlier this month. You can see it even backed off of that, sparking fears of a potential bubble in the crypto market. So it's a scenario where, okay, we seem to be trading right now. I mean, like it did. It talked about the 1 month. It spiked up here. Right there, right in there, back around April 19th, give or take. So it's not a bad buying scenario. Maybe even that's another point. Set a price for yourself. Maybe you want to buy it at, say, 25 cents. Okay, so just kind of watch it and see, and if buy it at 25 cents or whatever, you set your price. And then again, my investment advice is to you in this scenario is that set an exit price. If I buy in at 25 cents, if it gets to, say, 50 cents or $1, my advice to you would be take out, if it does continue to rise, take out the original amount you put in. Let's say you put $500, and once you've garnered and gathered enough money to cover your initial in gains, to cover that initial $500 that you put in, once you've done that, sell enough of the coin to get your $500 back. Now you're playing effectively with the house's money, to use my Vegas analogy, okay? And that's a good way to do it. And now you've gotten your initial investment back, and now you're just basically riding out for the rest of it, your gains, if you will. So you wouldn't have lost anything in that scenario. Okay. So again, I mentioned this. If you didn't know this, it initially started as a joke back in 2013. It's the sixth. I was right. It's the sixth largest digital coin with a total market value of $42 billion, according to CoinGecko. It spikes. It definitely spikes in price. Oh, it has often spiked in price following tweets from Elon Musk. He has called his fave, unquote, cryptocurrency and the people's crypto. This is one that seems to be evolving as a crypto that some retail places are starting to allow, like, for example, or accept. Like this company right here, Newegg. If you don't know them, they're one of the major big online retail kind of PC tech retail companies online. I've known about them for a long time. So Newegg is considering accepting Dogecoin as a payment option. That's pretty cool. Okay, so my point to you is that kind of does reiterate that it is the people's crypto, and that it's a crypto that people are actually using to pay for things. Okay, so the tweet that came out, Musk tweeted simply, "The Doge Father SNL May 8th." This is basically, he's going to be on Saturday Night Live on May 8th, and he's coming out and saying, "I am the Doge Father." I love that. Both of reference to his frequent tweets about Dogecoin. So he's referencing he's the Doge Father, frequent tweets, and he claims they're meant to be jokes, and he's going to be on Saturday Night Live. So he hasn't been the only one tweeting. I mentioned this. Mark Cuban has done it. Okay, he's made several posts about the meme-based token this week. On Monday, the billionaire entrepreneur said that his NBA team was on track to complete 6,000 Dogecoin transactions in April. There you go. Again, the people's crypto, right? They're starting to use it in retail, things like that. Doge is the one coin that people actually use for transactions, Cuban said when asked by a user why he was backing Doge. People spend their Doge, and that means more businesses will start to take it. Again, we saw like Newegg is thinking about doing that, and that's his original tweet if you want to check it out. Okay. It has attracted a following among retail traders using the stock trading app Robinhood. Has a crypto feature. We know this. Okay. Basically, this is just saying how Robinhood is going to give them the ability to do deposits and withdrawals. Okay, this is basically talking here, guys, about the speculative nature. I've already mentioned this. Okay, so my point to you is I'm not going to dig into each one of these. It's one of those deals. You can pause the video and read that if you'd like. It's one of those deals where you need to go into this eyes wide open, and again, do what I've already mentioned in the video. Look at it from the standpoint of like, okay, put some money in that you're okay to lose relatively, or maybe buy little chunks, $50 here, $50 next month, whatever is relative to you and what you can afford. put that in, and as it goes up, take that original investment out. Okay, so you've covered your initial. Now you have no losses in this scenario, and now you're playing with the house money. It's a very good way to buy and sell and to be into crypto. That's really how I do it, so that I manage risk. Okay, I manage the risk associated with that. So I'm going to end on that note, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these types of videos. I'm going to be doing, more Dogecoin, Safe Moon, Safe Mars. These are other cryptos that are blowing up right now. We'll be covering Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as, and I didn't mention this earlier, I do a lot of other stock related content on my channel here. I've got a series where I talk about basically doing momentum investing, where I give you investment tips on stocks that are hitting their 52-week highs and they're exploding right now, and you can grab onto that trend, and where the stock's just going through the roof, you can grab on and ride it. I even teach you how to invest in those. In those videos, I show exactly how you invest, how you manage risk associated with that. I do update videos for major sectors like the EV sector, NEO, Tesla, those guys. There's other videos I do as well. I do penny stock videos every now and then. If I see a penny stock that grabs my attention, I do those as well. So you can see I cover a lot of ground. So I'm adding in crypto and covering these coins now. So if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you down the road. Go make some money. See ya.